Imagine you wake up tomorrow morning. You make your coffee, you check your phone. Everything feels normal, but something is different. Mercury is gone, completely vanished from the solar system. Would you even notice? Most people think the answer is obvious. Of course you would notice. The planets are connected. Remove one and everything falls apart. Right? Wrong. Here is the shocking truth. You could delete Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune from existence right now, and life on Earth would continue exactly as before. Your coffee would taste the same. The sun would rise on schedule. Nothing would change. But remove just one specific planet, and humanity faces extinction. Asteroids would rain down on Earth. Our orbit could destabilize. Life as we know it would end. Which planet holds this terrifying power? And why do the other 7 barely matter at all? The answer will completely destroy everything you thought you knew about our solar system. Stay with me until the end, because what you are about to learn will change how you see the night sky forever. If you love content that makes you think differently, hit that subscribe button and support this channel. Drop a like if you are ready to have your mind blown. Now let us begin. The myth of cosmic machinery. You think the solar system works like a clock. 8 planets moving in perfect balance. Remove one and the whole thing falls apart. This feels obvious because we use words like harmony, dance, and precision when we talk about space. These words come from machines. Clocks need every gear, cars need every part. So we assume space works the same way. But this confidence comes from language, not physics. You absorb the metaphor before you ever learn the science. The truth is simpler and less dramatic. Gravity depends on 2 things only: mass and distance. A small planet far away pulls almost nothing. A large planet nearby pulls hard. Most planets in our solar system are either too small or too far from Earth to matter at all. The clock metaphor must go. It blocks you from seeing what actually holds this system together. The answer is not balance, it is hierarchy. And most planets sit very low on that ladder. Visibility is not influence. You see planets as bright dots in the night sky. Venus shines brilliantly, Mars glows red. Your brain assumes that if something is visible, it must be important. This is a mental shortcut, not a fact. Think about the classroom model you grew up with. Colorful balls on sticks, all roughly the same size, spaced evenly apart. That model taught you order, not reality. In truth, Jupiter is massive beyond comparison. Mercury is a tiny rock. The model made them look equal. Your ancestors never needed to calculate gravity. They needed to find food and avoid predators. So your brain has no built-in sense for gravitational pull. You cannot feel which planet tugs harder on Earth. Everyone agrees planets exist. Everyone can name them, but almost no one can tell you which ones actually influence our orbit. Agreement is not understanding. Gravity does not care what you can see or what you learned in school. How gravity measures influence physics does not care about names or mythology. It measures influence with 2 simple factors. How much mass does an object have? How far away is it? The force between 2 objects gets weaker as distance increases. Double the distance and the pull drops to 1/4. This is how you calculate which planets matter. You compare their mass to the sun. You measure their distance from Earth. When you do this, the drama disappears. Mercury is tiny and far. Its pull on Earth is almost nothing. Venus comes closer but lacks mass. Mars is small and distant. Then there is Jupiter. It holds more mass than all other planets combined, 3 times more. Its gravity bends asteroid paths. It shields the inner planets from bombardment. The sun dominates everything. Jupiter comes second. Everything else is noise. Words like balance and harmony cannot describe this. There is no poetry here. Only ratios, only math. And the math says most planets are irrelevant. Hierarchy, not harmony. Forget the clockwork image. Replace it with something more accurate. Think of a company with a strict chain of command. The sun is the owner. It controls everything. Jupiter is the senior manager. It has real power and makes things happen. The other planets are junior employees. Some have small roles. Most could leave tomorrow and nothing would change. This hierarchy works because it matches how gravity behaves. Mass gives you authority. Distance reduces your reach. Jupiter has enormous mass and sits close enough to influence the inner solar system. Saturn is big but farther away. Its power drops. Uranus and Neptune are even more distant. Their influence stays local. The old metaphor of gears implied every part was necessary. This new model shows expendability. Remove a junior employee and the company runs fine. Remove the senior manager and projects collapse. The solar system is not a team of equals. It never was. Removing each planet in turn, let us remove them one by one and watch what happens. Mercury vanishes. Nothing changes. It is too small and too far from Earth. Venus disappears. The night sky grows darker. You lose the evening star. But Earth's orbit stays the same. Mars goes away. Actually, this helps slightly. Mars sometimes acts like a slingshot, pushing asteroids toward Earth. No Mars means fewer asteroid threats. Now remove Jupiter. Everything breaks. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter loses its controller. Rocks start drifting inward toward the Sun, toward you. For billions of years, Jupiter has been sweeping debris away from Earth. Without it, bombardment increases dramatically. Saturn vanishes. Jupiter and Uranus shift slightly. But Earth feels nothing. Uranus and Neptune disappear. The outer solar system becomes chaotic. The Kuiper belt goes unstable. Pluto's orbit bends. But again, Earth remains untouched. The pattern is clear. Inner planets are too weak. Outer planets are too far. Only Jupiter holds real power over your survival. Why mass creates asymmetry, we call them all planets, same category, same textbook chapter. This creates an illusion of equality, but the label hides a brutal truth. These objects are not equals. Jupiter alone contains more mass than all other planets combined, multiplied by 3. This is not a small difference. This is total dominance. When Jupiter pulls on asteroids, they listen. When Mercury pulls, nothing notices. Remember asteroid threats from movies and news, giant rocks heading toward Earth. What you never see are the countless rocks that Jupiter quietly deflected. They never made headlines because they never arrived. Jupiter has been doing this for over 4 billion years. The asymmetry is permanent. You cannot swap planets, you cannot give Mercury more mass. The solar system formed this way. Jupiter became the shield, everything else became scenery. The word planet suggests similarity. The physics reveals hierarchy. One object matters enormously, the rest a decoration. Timescales you cannot perceive, you expect instant results. A planet vanishes and chaos follows. Immediately. Explosions, collisions, visible disaster. This expectation comes from movies, not physics. Real consequences unfold across timescales you cannot experience. Remove Saturn today. The orbital shifts begin, but you will not see them for thousands of years. Your grandchildren will not see them. Their grandchildren will not see them either. Human life lasts decades. Orbital changes take millennia. These two timescales never meet. What looks perfectly stable now might be complete chaos in 10 million years. What seems like disaster might settle into new stability given enough time. Your brain evolved to notice seconds, days, and seasons. It has no ability to perceive geological time. So when nothing happens immediately, you assume nothing will happen ever. This is wrong. The physics is working. You simply lack the patience to witness it. What the solar system actually is, your old understanding is now broken. Good, you believed in balance. There is no balance. Only hierarchy. You believed every planet mattered equally. They do not. Mass decides importance. You believed consequences would be instant. They take millions of years. The clockwork metaphor gave you comfort. It also gave you false confidence. You thought you understood something you never examined. Now you see the solar system differently. The sun dominates, Jupiter protects. Everything else exists but barely influences your world. This new understanding feels uncomfortable. It should. Real knowledge often does. The words we use for space still carry old metaphors. Harmony, dance, balance. These words will keep failing you. If you feel less certain now than when you started, you have made progress. Confusion is not ignorance. It is the space between a broken model and a better one. You are standing in that space right now.